Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Well, it's that time of month again when we do our monthly purchase in the stock market, or not. And for those of you that don't know, I dollar cost average. So at the first of the month, we go in and we do whatever it is we're going to do. And throughout the month, I keep track, I do research, I watch the numbers, I check back, I do as much due diligence as I can so that when the time comes, I can make the right choice. Now, one of the things that I do is I watch a lot of money shows on YouTube with different people getting different opinions, because God knows I'm not the smartest man in the world. So I want to try to get as much input as I can, as often as I can, and then do my own research and hopefully make a semi-informed decision. So this month I had probably, let's see, I'd guess 15 to 20 different stocks I was looking at. And I got to be honest, I didn't see anything that I really liked. Mostly what I look for is dividend-paying growth stocks. I know that's hard to find, but I was finding quite a few of them there for a while, and now they seem to have dried up, which tells me the market is probably getting back to where it should have been. But anyway, this month I keyed in on 5 that I was looking at, and I want to tell you the 5 that we were looking at. One of them is called Fastly, F-A-S-T-L-Y. It had a market cap of $5.17 billion. The price was $44.35, the high was $136.50, and the low was $33.87. Highly, highly volatile. And if we purchased it at $44.35, it would be right near the bottom, which is where you want to be. The second one we were looking at was one called Plug Power, and its market cap was $15.13 billion. The price was $26.35. The high was $75.49. The low was $10.56. So, on the low side, but not totally. There was another one called Corsair. That's a gaming company. Its market cap was $2.55 billion. None of these have been paying dividends, by the way. None of them that I've talked about so far. And Corsair is much the same. No dividend. But it did have a P/E ratio of 16.88, which is okay. It's not fabulous, but it's not bad. The others that we've talked about so far also had no P/E ratio. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know why the information isn't there unless they're not giving enough information to give one, or they have decided not to give one. It's usually a red flag to me. But anyway, the price of Corsair was $27.19 when I did this. The high was $51.37, the low was $14.09, so kind of in the middle. And its market cap was $2.55 billion. I've been watching Corsair for a while, and they're going to stay on my radar. Then there's another one called Smile Direct Club. Its market cap is $1.93 billion. I've looked into this company, and I can't figure out how they got that market cap. I mean, I know what the company does. It's hard to believe there's $1.93 billion in those. What they do is they make those little plastic braces, that you put on your teeth. 1.93 billion market cap. Well, okay. Well, anyway, the stock was at 502. The high was 1608. The low was 463 in the last 52 weeks. So buying it close to the bottom if we were going to do that, which is where you want to be, and they're going to stay on my radar for a while also. And then the last stock we were looking at was Ally Bank, A-L-L-Y, Ally Bank. Now this one did pay a dividend of 1.57, which is puny, but still it is a dividend. And its market cap is 19.3 billion. PE ratio is 6.86. That's very good. The price of it was 53.56. The high was 56.61 and the low was 22.16. So kind of at the high end of the 52-week high. The thing that really impressed me about this stock is when I looked at the graphs of growth of the stock over the last 5 years, it was a constant upward growth, almost stair-stepped. It was freaky how consistent that growth was. So if I was looking for a growth stock to grow slowly over time, Ally Bank would be it. That bank has been around since 1919, by the way. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I did research on this about a month ago. And 1919. And they're still on a constant growth. That's hard to do. Okay, so those are the 5 we looked at. Fastly, Plug Power, Corsair, Smile Direct Club, and Ally Bank. Now, didn't see anything there that jumped out at me that I was clamoring to get. So then I went back and I checked the dip on all of my stocks on both accounts. And there was one that was close, but still not enough for me to justify. I also checked the dip on Ethereum. There is no dip. Ethereum is still up. I'm still making money on it. So no possibilities there. So I had been keeping in the back of my mind, I had been watching a couple of shows, and it struck me odd that people that were normally buying stocks were all holding cash. There's a show that I watch called Millennial Money, and there's 4 guys on there, and 3 of them were holding cash. One of them used the term hoarding cash. And these guys are all worth millions of dollars. They all are very active in the market, and some of these choices I got from watching them. Because I talked one time, I don't remember when it was, but not too long ago, that why do I feel like I need to reinvent the wheel every single month? I mean, these guys are millionaires in the market, and they're doing their research and sharing it with me for free. I need to pay attention to what they're saying and doing, and maybe take some hints. So when I looked back over my research and I didn't see anything that jumped out at me, I checked the dip, there wasn't anything there. I checked the dip on Ethereum, there was nothing there. I decided, you know what? I think I'm going to hold cash too. I think, and I can't tell you how hard that is for me to do. I like being in the market. I like making purchases. I enjoy it. And for me to just sit on the cash is kind of boring to me. But here's what I think. First off, I think if the smart money is holding cash, I probably need to do what they do. And secondly, if there's nothing there for me to buy, why do I want to force something and just have it sit there? Because the last 2 months I've done purchases, they're just sitting there. I mean, they're not really up, they're not really down, they're just sitting there. So, I mean, one of them's making about 10% dividends, so that's going to be good. But other than that, there's just lackluster. I believe, and I've been saying this now for a while, I believe that when the market, or when the Fed starts easing up on their purchases, I think the market's going to go down. It's going to go down pretty rapidly. And that's when holding cash will pay off. Because history shows it's not a question of if the market goes down, it's a question of when and how much. I want to be ready when it goes down so I can buy the deals. That's kind of the point. So I'm gonna do what everybody else is doing this month, and I'm just gonna hold cash. I did transfer the money. I've got it sitting in my accounts on trading platforms, but I'm not making any purchases this month. Well, that's what we're doing in September. We're holding cash. We're not doing any purchases. We are going to keep continuing to watch these 5 stocks and any more that I can add. We will do a mid-month follow-up to see where we're at, what we're watching, what we're thinking, and what our plans might be. So until the next time, you have a great day, a great week, and happy investing.